Hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another Bryce is Right. Hey, thank y'all so much, man. We did it. We got to 8,000 subscribers. Thank y'all so freaking much. But besides that, y'all know I got a good video for y'all today. Creepy, crawly, crazy. Make your head spin. Make you rethink your reality. And other than that, happy New Year's Eve. Hope y'all are ready. Be safe and just have fun. Be smart though. Alright, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go and hop right in. Let's get it.
What the f is going on, man?
What?
Look, the world falling apart and shit.
What?
I'm not what's going on? What's going on? This shit just flashing.
Okay.
Huh?
Hey, I've seen like a little flickering of lightning, but not like that for that long. So I don't know what's going on in that town, but it's crazy. Here's another one.
Nah.
Same place.
What? Nah. What?
Like I said, something always happening in Allentown.
Nah. What?
I'm gonna have to research Allentown.
Yeah.
No, what?
Ooh, that's crazy. Be a little creepy.
Hi, I'm real.
Alright, real quick. I don't know if this is supposed to be a reptilian, a cryptid, or what, but yeah. Check this out, y'all.
Whether you believe it or not, I don't care. We don't care. We are everywhere. Humans, you're really dropping the ball on Earth. You're destroying Earth. Destroying Earth. We are not going to stand by and idly let this happen because we coexist with you.
Well, then coexist with us and help us out. Lend us a hand. Tell us something. Don't just stand there and let us sink the ship.
We've been here for a long time now. A lot longer than you. Humanity was created by us. By our kind. Yes, I'm a hybrid. Yes, I'm in a human form. I have two forms, multiple forms, whatever form I wish. Some of y'all are going to say demon, reptilian. No.
What's that?
You're so clueless. Your religious and political dogmas have you basically cosmically retarded.
About 15 years ago.
No offense. Retardation is the inability to learn new. That is you.
Oh.
You prove it with the wars. The wars every day. You have wars. You prove it over and over and over and over.
Yeah, you like to see homos naked. That's cool, man. Whatever.
I don't know, y'all. Got there. Oh. Adios mio.
Some of you may be familiar with the old experiment about the hammer and the feather. Well, in this case, our feather will be played here by this four of spades. And you may expect everything up here in microgravity to float, because most everything does float.
Not today.
Yeah, all the weird AI stuff is happening. Google AI discovers 800 years worth of industrial materials in one click. The revolutionization of the material science field. This thing produced something like 2.2 million different potential material, I guess, recipes, something like that. And something like, I want to say 350,000 of them are supposed to be stable. They're already sent.
I don't know how this dude eats soup or, eats a lot of things with them whiskers hanging off his face like that, man. He needs to clip them.
Sizing them in the lab. As far as I know, the plan is to release all this information, to the public. Which is a huge deal. This is the stuff that people talk about in movies where we ramp up AI and then it just gets crazy, really, really fast. But I just can't believe it. I think this is so neat. It's happening.
Sorry, I'm not passing judgment, but I think he'd be able to eat a little easier. Always say food for thought. Huh. Similar to that clip we had yesterday, or 2 days ago.
Doppelgangers do exist. Indeed they do, Mr. Rodney Peterson.
Okay, so I thought this was so funny because, yeah, we know that this is that Logan Paul dude, but it's like, we got the Peter North version on the right with the porn stash and the like thinning hair from the 80s. If y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know.
You know, I've been wondering about this right here. Have y'all heard the thing about that is Logan Paul, and the Logan Paul, he thinks Logan Paul was actually the clone? I mean, dude up here looks more like Logan Paul than Logan Paul does. I'm just saying. And if Logan Paul came up with the name Rodney, I looked up the name meaning to Rodney. A legend, the perfect man. Basically, the most interesting man in the world. Then I was looking up Peterson. First off, it's spelled Peterson with a S-E-N. So I know you and Logan, or you as Logan, have something going on, bro. Meaning rock or stone. And more proof that it's actually the real Logan Paul is Rodney, right here. Rodney's a baby name of German origin, and it means Rhoda's Island, island near the clearing. This would be the island near the clearing where Logan moved to Puerto Rico. Or was it you, Rodney? We're on to you. Pictures don't lie, Logan. I mean, Rodney.
Some guy in India had his twin living inside him for 26 years. What? Oh shit. Did you know about this? Sanju Bagot, right? And he lived in India and he was a farmer. I think in his early years, he was normal. Nothing happened until it was like late 20s, early 30s, where he was working on the farm and he used to get tired because his stomach was growing, right? Yeah. And he had a perfect diet. Like, he didn't eat too much. So at the same time, he's like, why the fuck is there something big? Late 30s, like he was equivalent to a young, pregnant 9-month woman. Wow. So he had a big thing like this, right? Yeah. And it got so bad to a point where it was pushing on his diaphragm so he couldn't breathe. So like they had to operate on it. And the doctor, as soon as he cut open into it, he said, like, this is exact words, he could shake hands with the person inside his stomach.
What?
So was that other person? Yeah, it was alive. No, he died right after he got cut off. But he had hair, he had toenails. He was a breathing, living person. It was a mutilated person. Yeah, because it's obviously deformed. Yeah, because it wasn't born right. Yeah. Shit.
Now look at this.
That makes me think of those people that say, "Oh, can male get pregnant?" You know, we know only females can get pregnant, right? That would be the example. That might be kind of a loophole. What you got for us? Oh. So they finally are able to talk to whales under the water.
Hi, you know. Next time you want to say, how are you? What's up? Any good
But that's all you said was hi? What?
fish? Whatever. In other words, more of a vocabulary, and so we want to develop the software for that.
This is a little how their conversation went. Under their NOAA permit, they were only allotted 20 minutes to communicate with the whale, but she stuck around for more.
After our 20-minute period of playbacks was over, we turned off our speaker, and she continued to vocalize back to us, even as she was leaving. It was like, hey, maybe another time we can meet up, or who knows, right?
The scientists made several attempts before getting a successful response.
They're probably like, quit copying every word I say, because I'm sure that they were just recording it, and they're repeating it back to him, right?
And we really got nothing until this particular encounter. We were not targeting Twain. We just happened to come across her.
UC Davis professor Brenda McCowan says the goal is to get their attention and start a dialogue.
In terms of how we proceed in trying to understand our non-human species communicate.
That is far-fetched, like crazy.
So for those of y'all who continue to say that if sports was really rigged, then players would come out and say it, and people would expose it. And how come no one is...
I just want to know, was that traveling? Like, let's see that again real quick. Y'all gotta let me know, is this traveling or not?
has ever come out and said anything about it being rigged? Well, here's a former NBA player who's going to tell you how it's rigged, and I'm sure you guys will make every excuse in the book. Here we go.
You know, if a referee is making 20 grand per, they don't make 20 grand per game, right? But if someone offers them 20 grand for this game and says, all right, over under 212, right? The money's on the over. You would never know. You would never know he rigged that game because he's going to rig it in the favor of the stars. Wow.
You cheated when I specifically asked you not to?
Right? So now you're playing in that game. This is a game you're going to have 40-50. Because all I have to do is just blow the whistle every time I think you got touched. You have a 3 in this crescent ball, and 1. 3 go in. All I'm doing is just putting points on the board. Free throws. So this is not a game you can see that, oh, this is, you know what I mean? I'm calling and 1. You know, that's when you get all of that. I'm not going to foul you out. I'm not going to foul you out. Right? I'm going to call a bunch of fouls on a whole bunch of people that have no importance to this. I want you to score 40. I want you to score 40 because the number rises.
It is a sign of maturity to give people second chances.
Okay, you can see the lasers above the top trellis net, which represents cloud layer. The bottom represents the crown. The laser is absolutely level. The camera is focused on the vanishing point. So everything's legit here. We're gonna see how sunset and rise works.
So this is an experiment by Joe Hanvey where he's replicating what the sun does in, from our view on Earth. So I don't know if this would really represent everything to a T, but it's pretty cool. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments if this is kind of, reaching pretty far or what. See, he's pulling that away. It's just weird. It'll make your mind really question a lot. You got to be open-minded for these things. And see, now he's pushing it back close. It's weird.
Can you see that there's no setting at all? Just a moment. Okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
It's just traveling away.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
It's traveling away. That's what it is.
That's the reason why it is Earth is not bowl.
Yeah.
So we just pour the water on top here into this tank, and it doesn't.
All right, so this is for real. It's a water-powered stove. Check this out. This really, really awesome invention.
Need a lot of water. In fact, water is a perfect carrier of hydrogen, as it is primarily H2O.
Okay.
So all that we do is once it's inside the tank, it flows into a proprietary electrolysis cell that sits at the base of the stove here. I'm going to come across on this side.
Okay.
And actually what I'll do is I'll show you how fast it electrolyzes. This is fascinating. How quickly it creates the gas. So take a look at this. As soon as I open it, you'll see the hydrogen gas coming out.
Okay.
So that's the gas there. It's quite faint, but as you can see it, that's the hydrogen gas being produced immediately from
the
water.
gas is already
It's already there.
Okay.
2 seconds, the gas is being produced.
So now, as I close it, what's happening is the gas is then being rerouted to the burners here. There's 2 burners. So once I turn it off, turn it on again, there are 2 burners. I'll go
You can
ahead.
actually see bubbles of water from
That's it. That's the gas with the bubbles. And then I'm just going to go ahead and ignite this flame. And as you can see, hydrogen burns orange. So this is actually
Must be
a
hot.
very hot flame. Roughly 1,600
You see that fire? It's like little spikes. That must be hot.
degrees, but we had to make the flames quite small in order to make very efficient cooking. So this
And
is one of the most
really hot. I could
it's really
actually
hot.
feel the heat.
Yeah, already even sitting there, right?
Wow.
So
How long can a bottle of water last? How many? In Kenya, the government
Fantastic
delicacy
question.
is given.
Yeah.
It's boiled here for probably 2 hours.
Yeah.
How much water will they need to boil food for 2 hours?
Fantastic question. I'll just go ahead and turn it off so you can hear that. But very simple. That's how it works. And with this technology, what's most fascinating about it is how little water it uses. Yeah, this tank holds 2 liters of water. From our calculations, we've been able to cook for 5 days on 2 liters of water.
What?
5 days. So
2 liters for 5 days.
You remember how I showed you this? Like some of those old temples used to be what's called vamanas, aka temples that would charge up. That's one of the ways they would charge up. It would move faster, right? Now you see that, right? Some of these old temples used to be flying airships. Are you from another planet? Look at it and like, no, they don't fly. That previous video you just saw was showing you like one of the generators that would be used for one of these flying ships called a vamana. Now, if you look at some of them, right, they just look like temples, right? But you see how big those towers are, right? Think of those as like the power lines, right? Imagine that's like the power lines for the ship. And at the top, the tower point would conduct ether to power this and move it around. That's why you see shapes like this, because sacred geometry shapes generate energy. That's why you see the same thing on cathedrals. They generate energy. Some of those right there used to turn like a pepper shaker to generate energy.
Like a pepper shaker.
There's another example. Those look like giant spark plugs, don't they?
They do.
Some of these, like I said, they gather ether. They have sacred geometry all over it. Look at it. It looked like a sacred geometry shape. You wouldn't think a whole civilization could fit in there, huh?
But could you imagine, like, who carved all of this? With the technology they had, must have been out of this world.
Hammer and chisel? Really? How long would it take to chisel that? Be for real. You know what I'm saying? Be for real. I'm done.
No charging, and the U.S. is trying to hide it from the world. A Zimbabwean inventor called Maxwell developed a power generator that runs without charging or electricity, but uses the frequencies in the atmosphere to power not only cars, but also up to 300 homes for free.
Did y'all hear that? Using frequencies. I mean, so we got the water stove on one side, and we got a new power source that all we need is the frequencies, the radio waves. Ooh, this world's about to get wild and crazy, man. That's going to help us out so much.
The generator is supposed to help 1,000,000 of poor people and eliminate the need for anyone to ever pay for power again. And nobody knows what happened to Maxwell. Since he invented it, Maxwell was arrested in Zimbabwe and also poisoned when he went to the U.S. and rushed to the hospital with his technology company, saying that there are some evil people who are always trying to stop us. The generator was also repeatedly rejected by the U.S. market because the government does not want people to know about it. Many experts say that they have never seen the technology work. But is that the truth, or is that government propaganda? No.
Alright, y'all. I've been trying to figure out what's going on here. First, I was like, it's got to be Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, a new set or something. But are they pulling this out of the water? Is this a real person? Because watch, you'll see them blink. Check this out. We got all hands on deck. See, that one look like a pirate, like a waitstaff or something.
Gar, matey, where are you headed?
See, it blinked. Look at them eyes. Dead Man's Curse or Black Pearl. I don't know what's going on here. But that is just like, I mean, I know we got big tech, so it's possible for them to create something like this, but why would they just store it in the water? I don't know. It's wild.
Whoa.
Alright, so this lady was out back recording, of course, and she said she started seeing this light and people walk in front of it. She turned on a camera, they disappear. And this is towards the end, after she finally got to get her camera out where they weren't noticing, seeing flashes of lights and stuff.
Whoa.
I don't know. She said it was some kind of craft.
Here's some scientific discoveries that nobody knows about that are absolutely insane. We made glow-in-the-dark trees. Why aren't these everywhere? This is the coolest thing ever. Transparent aluminum. We figured out how to make aluminum transparent. And nobody knows about it. Bioconcrete? It's concrete that heals itself with bacteria. That's slightly terrifying.
Nah, that's
right?
awesome.
It could just repair itself. Invisibility cloaks? Well, it's more like an invisibility shield. I saw a video on this like a year ago. It's essentially a plastic panel that deflects light and makes whatever is behind it look like it's not there. Water may have memory or be able to like take memories. This is a conversational theory, and it suggests that water can retain the memory of a previous thing that was dissolved inside of it. So it's not like thinking. DNA data storage. We're now storing data in DNA. And you can store like a lot.
A lot. That's going to change electronics. So I saw something similar to this.
What is it? I don't know, but I've heard it. I know what it is. It's an airplane.
Why is it plane underneath it?
And it's not necessarily the airplane, it's what's above it.
A second ago, I just didn't have my phone. There's stuff circulating over there too, so.
Is that Santa?
No.
Is that Santa?
Something's funky.
That's crazy looking, right? It's like it's pulsing off energy, like sending something down.
It's like disintegrating them.
What's that white stuff in the sky?
It's pretty
There
wild.
goes another one. On the side, look. It looks like that plane just like blew up. Let's take the dogs out there and look at the screen. What the hell is that? I'm not going out there.
What is
It's gone. Oh my god.
Disappeared.
What the hell?
I don't know what that was. And we got an old UFO spacecraft with the, like, what it reminds me of is the old Christmas lights. You know, when people don't have the LEDs on their house, and they got the red, green and white, yellow, blue. Look at this. It's like, they have better looking lights than that. Maybe it's just the resolution from the camera, I don't know. gotta be one of those man-made
I'm being
UFOs.
serious. If you ever see this at the beach, do not touch it. And if it ever latches onto you like this, get help immediately. Before you do anything else, favorite this video because this could actually save your life one day. Now, at first glance, like me, you would think this is an alien creature from the deepest corners of hell. Whereas in fact, this is actually a detached octopus limb. Now, yes, if an octopus's arm becomes disconnected from its body, it does have the ability to live on for a short period of time by itself, explaining why it's able to move like a creature straight out of an alien movie. This, of course, is absolutely horrifying and a brand new conversation to bring up with your therapist if you saw this going about its business on the beach. Now, the suction power of this single arm would be incredibly difficult to remove on your own, because if you didn't know, one suction cup from an octopus can hold up to 35 pounds. And I am talking Great British. And on top of that, hurts. Like, really badly.
Yeah,
now, this most likely wouldn't make this gentleman a Twitter hashtag. However, I wouldn't like to imagine if this was stuck on a more sensitive part of the body. Like the neck. So here's the best case scenario. You see it, you avoid it, you survive. I've sent this to literally anyone you know because they might need this video one day.
He has some energy on him, didn't he?
I was tagged in this video, so let's see if I can see what's going on or what is in.
Do y'all see that? That's a real spider from freaking Australia. If that was anything near me, I would have to have a shotgun on me at all times. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how any of y'all live in Australia with a spider that big.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another Bryce is Right. And thank you so much for helping me reach the 8,000 mark. We did it, y'all. But we're going to go ahead and go for the 9,000 and 10,000. And I'm going to do some giveaways on some shirts. I'll give you more details soon, okay? And other than that, to the rest of y'all, go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already so you do not miss out on any future content. And we'll see you on the next one. All right, y'all. Happy New Year's. Be safe. Peace.